We'll see. Enzo was dominant against Gorak, so maybe he wants him in the 2 spot. But if the game does get to 2020, or when it's 5-0, it'd be the players in the 5 hole that would decide the ultimate golden point, so it would not come back around to the top of the order a 3rd time. Brossier was impressive and exciting. Ekholm and Gorak able to salvage the final game of the doubles match, but it was Angles and Lin doing most of the work. The 3rd singles match was riveting in all sorts of strange ways, Matt.
It was a clutch for the Carolinas. Kai Jung pulling through 11-10, 2 golden games won. And then this final match was just all of the best you would expect from both of these players. Duran getting over the line.
All righty, here's the commish, Flint Lane.
Are up 10-5. They'll be starting with a 5-point lead. Florida Crocs will pick the first player to play 3 points.
That will be Daniel Gorak.
Daniel Gorak is your 1. Coach, who's your number 1?
Enzo.
Enzo Angles is your 1, and your 2?
Romain.
Romain Lorenz is your 2.
Mark Duran.
Mark Duran is your 2, your 3?
Benjamin Brossier.
Benjamin Brossier is your 3.
Dupont.
Bastian Dupont is your 3, your 4?
Kai.
Kai Jung is your 4. Coach?
Matilda Ekholm.
Matilda Ekholm is your 4, making Michelle Levinsky your 5, making Hong Lin your 5. Good luck, coaches.
A little curveball at the end there, and Frank choosing to let Gorak take the table first for the opening 3 points, as opposed to keeping Duran out there. What do you make of the decision here?
Definitely a curveball at the end there.
You can see the thoughts churning in his mind.
Ekholm up against Kai Jung. Levinsky against Hong Lin. I think.
I saw that dog earlier tonight, and I know the folks in our truck are dog friendly, so I knew we'd get a shot of it before the night was over, and I was right.
Yeah, I'm interested as to how this is going to play out, especially the last 2 rounds.
Can Gorak give Florida a little momentum? That'll help. He'll take it.
I think this is a similar twist that we saw in the Revolution and Chicago Wind orders in their golden game as well. Have to wonder if Frank Arias took a leaf out of Eric Owens' book from yesterday and decided to shift the strategy against Hong. Hong's been an anchor for the Carolinas in the golden game.
Enzo able to take 2 of the 3. And the Carolina lead has grown to 6. How you feel about 4 more points of Lorenz versus Duran?
No complaints from me.
To keep him backhand, please.
How about that? Short shot, clip the top of the net. Half-hearted apology. You win that point, Roman.
Surprised Duran got to the first ball. I feel like he might have got to the second if it hadn't hit the net.
Well, if Florida was going to win this game, they needed Gorak and Duran to get off to a good start. That has not happened. They began with a 5-0 lead, and then 4 of the first 5 points in the golden to Carolina.
Roman mishits. Big opportunity for Romain Laurence.
So Lorenz takes 3 out of 4 after Enzo takes 2 out of 3.
Carolina's so far riding the wave in this Golden Game. 10-2 in the lead. It is Brossier against DuPont.
Wow.
Just misses. That would have been exceptional if he'd landed that down the line backhand. You could see him committing to get that shot down the line. Big risk. Would have been high reward, but DuPont, he gets Brossier back off the table.
Some massive swings there from DuPont.
Again, going for that pressure with that punchy backhand shot. Doesn't land it. DuPont getting ahead here. Carolina Gold Rush leading the charge in the Golden Game. Bit of a risky forehand counter loop there. The ball dropping almost below table height. It's really tough to get the trajectories right on a ball like that. And this time, Brossier throws his weight into it. The backhand punch lands. Crocs still trailing by 8.
They were down 10. Brossier salvages the split of the 4-point sequence. And now we got Ekholm against Zhang. What's the key here for Matilda?
She's got to go for it. Really has to go for it. Anything that goes long, got to attack. Heavy rotation. She does. A little bit late on the follow-up. First ball in was good. Anything that she can do to keep Kai on a more passive blocking. Reverse pendulum's good. Interesting to maybe see how her left-handed reverse pendulum, which is also really good.
Sometimes you can overcook a forehand, and sometimes you can burn a forehand. How about this? She's got at least a split. Can she make it 3 out of 4?
Kai's really getting lulled into slower game here.
3 out of 4 for Matilda Ekholm. Breathing life into the hometown Florida Crocs.
Turned out to be a great choice, at least in the first round here by Frank Arias. The slower pace of Matilda Ekholm really causing trouble for Kai Zhang, and he is pumped, and so is Michelle Levinsky on the bench.
Levinsky versus Lin.
And the serve of Levinsky is going to factor in big time here. Can he bring the Crocs back into this Golden Game?
Able to win 1 point on Levinsky's serve, so Lin gets the serve now. Still a 6-point lead for Carolina.
Hong Lin's one of the few female players in the league that can potentially compete with any of the men.
I'll say. Doesn't get caught up in the emotions. Hong ever steady. Michelle needs this one for a split. And that's 3 out of 4 for Hong Lin.
Big fist pump from Hong Lin. We don't see her too often showing emotion pretty happy with that.
Well, after what
Why
happened
wouldn't he be?
yesterday in particular, Dan Liu getting the job done against Hong. Now we're back to the top of the order. Final 4 points for Enzo and Daniel. Oh, Gorak had it on his paddle, and Enzo breathes a sigh of relief.
Very surprised to see Gorak struggling so much with shots like those.
Oh! Are you kidding me? Gorak lunging forward to keep the play alive, and then somehow pulls that out of his hat.
Enzo, great pickup on the half long ball. 18-9, Carolina Gold Rush doubling the score of the Crocs out here. And within sight of the finish line.
Gorak earns the split, but he really needed more than that. For Florida to have any chance, Mark Duran basically needs to take all 4 here from Roman Lorenz, which is a very tall task.
Yeah, Florida seemed to have been out there fighting for splits too much, and you start behind, it's not enough. Duran with the snappy counter forehand. It's the Crocs over the double-digit line.
If not for the 5-point head start, this would be a really tight Golden game. How about that from Duran? Blocking it back to the open space. Wins both points on his serve. Rossier and DuPont are up next, and you feel like Florida probably has the edge.
Here comes
Carolina,
the timeout.
yep, Carolina gonna hit the pause button on this Golden game.
Back in, back in. Hey, it's okay. Come on, come on.
Worth mentioning, if Carolina closes this out, the difference between 2nd and 3rd place in the East Division heading into Sunday will be 4 points.
That'll actually favor, I think, the Chicago Wind more, because going into Sunday, the Revolution have to play against Carolina.
I understand why you say that, but you also need to be careful in those types of presumptions, because we've learned to expect the unexpected at times. We shall see. Duran does earn the 4-point golden sweep. Florida, after trailing by as many as 10 in this Golden game, are within striking distance as Brossier returns to the table. There has never been a double-digit comeback win in a Golden game in MLTT history. Is that about to change? Big point for Bastien DuPont. Frustration on the face of Benjamin Brossier. Two straight for DuPont takes Carolina to match point.
Played much better against Brossier here in the Golden game than he did in the singles.
Must score for Brossier, otherwise Carolina will celebrate another win. The Gold Rush, get it done when it counts yet again. 21-14 is the final, and the Gold Rush extend their stranglehold atop the East Division. And the race for the 2 spot gets that much more interesting.